SingWell is an international network of researchers, non-governmental organizations and associations, practitioners, community choirs, and we're all working together with the same mission, which is to understand, inform, and inspire choirs for individuals living with communication challenges. So right now, our focus is communication challenges. So we're interested in mostly older adults and people who have disorders like Parkinson's or aphasia that makes communicating challenging. And we look at how singing can support both their communication function, but also their sense of belonging and social well-being and psychological well-being by singing in a group.
Wow, that's really interesting. Especially the working with people with aphasia. I kind of learned a little bit about this when I forget his name. A famous actor was diagnosed with it and then was diagnosed with dementia
Bruce
later on.
Willis.
Bruce
Yeah,
Willis,
that's
yes,
right.
that's his
He's
name.
really putting aphasia into the mainstream, which
He
is
really
great for
is.
SingWell.
Yeah,
you
he
know,
really is. And what's interesting to me about that is, um, also working with Parkinson's, and I'm assuming other people diagnosed with different disorders along those lines, is I've noticed certain things that do help them. Music is definitely one of those things that can be very grounding, especially with people with Alzheimer's. I've seen that personally through my own experiences. So that is quite an interesting way field to study. And like I can't imagine how much information and like just life experience you can gain from that sort of thing. I think that's really cool. Um, so you mentioned the bread and butter theory and all of that. But for some people it might be scary to join something like a choir. It might be nerve-wracking. They might not know what to do. So do you have any advice about starting or joining a choir for anyone who might be listening?
yeah, I mean, not going to be surprising advice. It's going to be just go, just try it out. We've heard it's like jumping into a pool of cold water. It's scary to do,
Hmm.
but once you're in, it feels so good. So the other thing that we hear all the time is people saying like, "Oh, not me, I don't sing," or "I'm not a singer," and there's reasons for that, right? Like
Yep.
people think that if they're not like Celine Dion, then singing is not for them, that they're not allowed to access that. Um, but our bodies are built for singing, and everybody can do it if we have a different mindset of participation rather than performance. And
Yeah.
so with SingWell, it's much more about just come, show up, do what you can, be the best you can be, and then you go home feeling better than you came. So it's not about performance or hitting the notes exactly right or sounding like Celine Dion. It's about coming and having a good time. It's community oriented, it's inclusive, and just show up and see how it feels. And if it's not the right
Yeah.
group for you, try another group somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a really good point to mention. This is actually something I tell people a lot, where I say, or someone says they can't sing or something, and I'm like, well, what do you mean? And it's usually after they have sung. When they say that, they usually mean they don't have a good voice, and I just go, what do you mean? You just sung right there. You did it. Um,
Right.
and like my favorite thing is to compliment people's singing voice because I think more people can sing than they want to give themselves credit for. And like my favorite quote is, I've only come across like a few bad singers in my day, and if they are actually bad singers, I don't say anything. Like
Right.
that's how you know.
There's
So
actually like it's the stat I believe is 1% of the population actually truly cannot learn how to sing.
yeah,
They're actually tone, but
and
everybody else can do it and can show up and have a good time and learn how to be better at finding the right notes and the nice thing about choir is you can blend, right? You don't have to
oh
stand out.
yeah. I love that aspect of choir. As a loud singer myself, I usually like kind of covered for all the shy singers. So
You got to
um
have one in every group,
yeah,
somebody who can hold
yeah.
it together.
Oh yeah, I'm technically a first and second soprano, but
Oh.
because of how many sopranos were shy, I got put with the firsts. True story.
If you want to hear more stories, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. To support more youth by youth led projects, visit us at youthspeak.ca where you can donate and spread youth mental health awareness.
YouthSpeak charity. Speak, inspire, change.